Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video. And in this video we are going to be covering the full release of Slender for the PSP. Now as the wind howls outside my door, let's go ahead and get right into it. So as we get into this video, I'd like to note that we are actually quite ahead of time. I was planning for Slender PSP to be sort of a 10-week project, and we've actually got it done as of this day in 7 weeks. Now, of course, there was a very old Slender for the PSP release that was not really a replication of the 8 pages, and that was just made in Quake, thrown together, and it doesn't necessarily have the same exact polish and features that you would really expect out of an actual Slender game. And while it may be a bit visually more complex with proper lighting and things like that, I think that Slender's AI, among other things, did not make the game either a challenge, nor did it make it fun or playable. So that's why I went about rewriting Slender for the PSP, because it's a game that I liked playing, and I wanted to give it the proper sort of respect that it should have as a game from 2012. Now, my port uses oneLUA, which is a Lua-based scripting engine with 3D support and things like that for the PSP. Because of this, it actually has some of the graphical artifacts that I can't really fix that are just sort of a factor of life in the game now, but everything else looks pretty good. Of course, as we get into the actual game, you have first off, you have the loading screen, which shows up the little Slender logo, before transitioning into the main menu. The main menu has the same exact menu sounds and everything like that, which were directly ripped from the original game, because there is a way to rip assets directly from Unity shared asset files. Along with everything else, everything is ripped directly from the original game and put into this game. So on the main page, basically what you can go and do is you can look at the credits, you can exit to the menu, or you can actually go ahead and play the game. When you go to play the game, it's going to trigger an intro sequence with the similar booming sound effects that we had before. The original sound effects for the audio had to be removed due to a specific limit on the number of variables and sounds that can be loaded at once. However, you can also skip this menu, obviously, by hitting cross, but you can go ahead and go into the actual game, where you're going to be presented with the ominous message, "Go collect the 8 pages." Now, as you walk around in game, you'll be noticing that we have a fully featured terrain with the same exact sort of map design as the original Slender of the 8 pages, with a few of the models that would have very much hurt performance being replaced for, obviously, another meme, the Tesla Cybertruck. But as you move around in game and you get closer and closer to beating the game, Slenderman will appear and will continue to harass you and try to zone you off of basically everything and try to scare you away and try to kill you. His AI is rather basic, and the damage that he does is based on how close he is to you. Slender does not necessarily chase you, but he will continue to get closer and closer to you by teleportation. Slender cannot spawn directly on top of you and instantly kill you, which will make the game a little bit unfair, but if you do walk into him, he will still kill you, obviously. As for that, all the static effects that you would expect of the game are correct depending on your proximity and the amount of sanity that you have, sanity being the measure of your health. While there isn't a flashlight because the lighting model in the engine is not really fully fleshed and does not really support this type of object mapping, it still works out pretty well using a fog-based effect to simulate the distance at which you could reasonably see anyways. So with this being said, the links are going to be in the description below, and these links are going to lead to the actual version 1.0 release, and hopefully the Wololo release as well, if you want to download it from there. So right now I want to give a quick shout out to the testers in our PSP Homebrew Discord server, specifically Mission and BC-EG, because they both really helped in the sort of overall production process for the release candidates of the Slender PSP and eventually the end version as well. So without further ado, what are you waiting for? Are you ready to go get scared while on the go? Go to the links below and download Slender PSP right away. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.